Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Tracy. Good morning, Pete.
Morning.
Tracy is our representative in Washington, D.C. With Partnership International. And Pete has recently joined CTI's board of directors. So welcome, you guys. Good to see you on Monday morning.
Thank you, Neil.
Likewise.
Tracy, I have quite a few calls and interests on our projects in South Africa. Could you provide just a short update where we are and the directions we're moving forward?
Sure. So we're working with Cape Town, University of Cape Town Water Hub, which is a special project for examining new technologies. And together we're seeking grant funding from the U.S. government to do a full feasibility study with 3 different scenarios, one being with the water hub itself and providing water to the community of a small community of Cape Town. The second one with a vineyard, and the third one with a industrial producer of canola oil, and how they can treat their water so that they can remediate it and reuse it, and for agriculture, for reusing it for manufacturing, and also for drinking.
Okay, great. Pete,
and notably, the project's ultimate goal is that we can make replicable models for South Africa, but also for Africa at large. We're working also in partnership with LBO Water, which has a good presence in South Africa and Africa, and to bring this technology throughout Africa.
Yeah, I find it interesting, Tracy, that South Africa, notwithstanding the entire continent, is kind of jumping on board with this. Obviously, water is our most precious resource, and with a growing population on a global scale, we continue to look at water as a more precious resource, and the costs associated with utilizing that water, continue to grow, no matter where you look, or what area of industry. So I'm really delighted to see that that's taking foothold, and that our government's even interested in trying to help that take a foothold over there in Africa as well. Of course, we've been used to using water and treating water, and even trying to recycle water and reuse it wherever we can in industry, because it's very expensive, and of course the costs associated with the overall environment and so forth are something that we need to keep an eye on at all times. That's great.
Okay, Tracy, I want to ask you, do you anticipate that we're going to be looking at additional projects down the road, perhaps outside what we're currently working on in South Africa?
Yes, even in California, believe it or not, it's a very similar scenario. So there are opportunities to look also in Mexico, which has a terrible issue with water and clean water, and issues in Mexico City itself. So we're looking at different opportunities that will be replicable also. I don't know why I'm having it, like tongue twister. But also, notably too, is with the South Africa project, we would be building partnership with entities like water.org that are all over Asia and Africa and Middle East and so forth. And there's opportunities galore to really provide water security to people that don't have it.
Got it.
And
I'm curious, just a quick question in terms of the different places you're looking, and there's different constituencies and so forth. Is there anything that continues to bubble to the surface? No pun intended. But in terms of applications, are you seeing one application kind of driving no matter where you go, or is it all over the place?
Well, we don't necessarily always need desal, but I think desal is a seriously needed technology. But in the case even of South Africa, what their problem isn't necessarily to make water drinkable even, it's not even to make it usable for agriculture. So in many cases, it's just it's it's very uniquely dealing with different issues of water that this technology seems to be able to do. So you can have it much more sophisticated with a desal system, or less sophisticated in just dealing with a basic problem. So I think, interestingly, I think the study will actually probably help us determine sort of different models that could be easily used, and that also helps bring the cost down to a lot of these different, a big industry like canola, they're going to have much more, they're probably going to need a DAF system and so forth. Whereas agriculture will probably need much less to provide that source of water.
Okay, great. Tracy, thank you very much for an update. Pete, thank you for joining in today. Okay, everybody, have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you, Neil.